Well, today I'm having coffee with Roy Bailey, who is the master commander and dominator of what, the Vicksburg Theater Guild?
No, not quite. I've been in it a long time.
You've been around there a few years, huh?
I left Baton Rouge after I finished the university and had been active all my life in and out of doing drama and speaking, and came to Vicksburg thinking I was going into a wilderness, and my first assignment was to cover a special performance of Gold in the Hills down on the Sprague. So I went down, took pictures, and got a story. It was a convention meeting. We had a lot of conventions in Vicksburg at that time. And coming off, I heard a New Orleans accent, which is very easy to recognize, and I turned around, and a gentleman by the name of Paul Duvall had been doing the prologue on this. So we chatted, and he said, well, come down and work with us. And I found really a fantastic group of people, not only in theater, but Vicksburg at the time was just filled with music, good music. We had wonderful concert series and art. And, so I was very glad to find an environment very similar to what I grew up in, because I had attended Baton Rouge High, and in fact, the senior play in 1949 at Baton Rouge High was I Remember Mama, and it's tremendous play, and hits base with just anyone, people in there, even young people. Found out a lot of things about 1900s, and it's just a great play. But I got active. I tried out for the villain. We had 3 villains at that time. Shufi Habib, who's a prominent businessman here, and William Buddy Hallberg. And since I had to put out the Sunday edition of the Vicksburg Post, I had to work Saturday nights. And so I had it on Friday nights, and Buddy had it on Saturday nights. So we bounced around like that until I left in '64, I guess, and went down to South Louisiana and worked in a few papers down there. Ended up at Channel 9 Television in Baton Rouge, assistant news director. And Charlie Falk was the managing editor. He had returned to the Post, and we were visiting. I had married a Vicksburg girl. We were visiting home, and he talked me into coming back. So I came back for 2 years, '67 through '69. And then finally, I kind of missed public relations. So I took a job more or less managing the Mississippi Restaurant Association. And from that, I got involved with education and ended up teaching at Northeast Community College at Boonville, and was there 13 years. I still did some help the drama coach a lot. He had the title, but he didn't know much about designing sets or building sets or props or coaching, or dialogue coaching. And I remember this is at the time when young men had hair down past their shoulders, and we're doing Guys and Dolls, and the idea of wrapping all that long hair around their heads and putting a cap on them was a problem. But in '84, we came back to Vicksburg.
And have you been here since then?
Yes. And I didn't...
It stuck that time, huh?
Well, my late wife got ill, and after she died 8 years ago, and she was a good Culkin gal, just a country gal, but she was very supportive. And then after that, I guess our town was my first dip back in with the VTG. But it was a lot of fun. It's always been a lot of fun. I tell my cast, if you can't have fun, let's don't do it. And I'm the kind of director who likes to sit in the audience, and if you can't entertain me with something wrong, then I'm going to change something in it. But it's not a matter of, it's in the book. It's written in the book this way. My assistant director can tell you. I normally block my plays a long time before I ever even meet the cast. I pretty well know what I want them to do. isn't to say it's in concrete. Not cut in stone. Talk to me. You don't like what you're doing, we'll change it.
Are you looking for new people to bring into the theater? I mean, if
At my age, I want them real new.
If there are people in Vicksburg that think, gee, I might be interested in doing that, what do they need to do?
Contact that gentleman right over there. Contact Mike Callahan.
Okay.
Mike Callahan, or any of us. Okay. Like I said, if we find you have an interest, we'll be after you.
You can use people.
Oh,
right?
yes.
Right.
And it is difficult to understand. Times are changing. Young people have more activities, more things to do.
Too much.
You know, and it's they're just like school teachers. One of them in the last place, the first thing she does is take up their cell phones, because they do have a lot of activities going on, and that's the problem with presenting plays, is working around football season and cheerleaders and
Too
things
much
like
going
that.
on. Too much.
Yeah.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't take note of that fabulous cap that you have on, because being an LSU Tiger myself, and today's Mardi Gras, and it's beautiful, Mr. Bailey. It's an absolutely gorgeous cap.
Well, thank you. I don't wear my Ole Miss cap. I got my master's at Ole Miss some time ago, but
I think you told me that earlier, and now that we're on camera, I can't extend my apologies, but you know, I'm an LSU Tiger, so I thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you.
And for the work that you do in our community, and really for the difference you make. And thank you so much. I appreciate you coming and having coffee with me today.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.